Last week, because today, if you are a Boba Fett fan, it's game day.
Game day.
It's Boba Fett. The Book of Boba Fett comes on tonight. Possibly the Book of Boba Fett, The Mandalorian Episode 2. We'll find out. So, obviously, last week in the Book of Boba Fett, it ends off with Mandalorian saying to Ming-Na Wen, I got a little friend I got to visit first. Got to go visit a little friend. And he wasn't talking about Danny DeVito. He's saying, I got to go visit a little friend. And which made us all just assume we're talking about Baby Yoda. Now, when I say that, I can already hear the millions of voices crying out, John, his name is Grogu. Fuck you. It's Baby Yoda. It's always going to be Baby Yoda. So the question is, are we going to see Baby Yoda tonight? Are we going to see him? Because listen, we talked last year when Mandalorian was out and, Baby Yoda was leaving with Luke. It's like a lot of people saying, well, that's it. I mean, so now he's off the show now. And like we were saying, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Do you know what kind of a cash cow this little green puppet is?
He's so cute. Oh my God.
So cute. I mean, come on, I could just leave this image up all day and our ratings will go up. Our ratings go up just if I leave this image up. This little thing is a cash cow. It absolutely is. And we said right at the beginning, look, in Mandalorian Season 3, it may not be right at the beginning of the season. It might even not be by mid-season. But you bet your ass Baby Yoda's coming back. Because while everybody's watching, Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 1, blah, 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 blah. When that Episode 1 ended, and we got our first look at this little guy, the internet exploded. And all of a sudden, people who don't give 2 squirts of urine about Star Wars were going, oh my God, you got to watch this. Look at this little thing. And tuning in and watching now. And it looks like they want to double down on that because with that little promise at the end of last episode, I cannot imagine that we are not going to see Baby Yoda tonight. Like, number one, if you had asked me when Book of Boba Fett was starting, do I think they're going to have Baby Yoda in this season or in this series? I would have said no. But would it be a good idea for them to use him? Sure, he's a marketing thing. But once you end off that last episode with Mando saying, I got a little friend I got to visit, you are going to piss a lot of people off now if they don't see this little green face. So in raising the question of, do I believe tonight, because I had a few people asking me this on Twitter, do I believe tonight we are going to see Baby Yoda in Book of Boba Fett Episode 2? I think the answer is a resounding yes. I mean, I have no insider information. Nobody is telling me this. I just got to believe that we are going to see Baby Yoda tonight. And while I do believe this is also going to probably be a Mandalorian heavy episode, I really do hope they include Boba Fett in the episode. Like, I'd like to see Mando and Boba Fett going off together, or at least cutting back and forth between Mando going to visit the kid and, Boba Fett taking care of business, in Mos Espa. So I don't know, Rob, we saw how last week's episode ended. We know how popular this character is. Are you expecting, number one, are you expecting that we're going to see Baby Yoda tonight? And number two, how much, if any, do you think we're going to see Boba Fett in Boba Fett tonight?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think we'll see Baby Yoda, Grogu, in Episode 7. Because
so not tonight.
We need to get back to our Boba Fett show, don't we? Like, John, last episode made Boba Fett a jobber in his own show. Like, I am not a wrestling guy. I didn't understand until I was streaming with you and you were talking about Taylor Hoechlein's Superman in this CW Supergirl series. You called him the jobber Superman.
Yeah.
Boba Fett, as of last week, has become a jobber in his own show.
Well, nobody's beat him, though.
Well, I don't know, man. He's been beaten by a lot of people, and he was going to get beat by the Sarlacc if he didn't move the Slave One out of position. I mean, I really am perplexed, and I think tonight will solidify this, about what the Book of Boba Fett was supposed to achieve. If it was supposed to assemble the Mandalorian Magnificent Seven to begin the retaking of Mandalore, I can understand that. But I haven't seen that from Boba Fett himself. I've seen it from last week's. I mean, to me, the direction they seem to be setting up with last week's episode of The Mandalorian was really interesting. I'm like, I want to watch that show. So to me, I think that tonight's episode is going to be really pivotal in terms of how the show is perceived. Maybe they'll throw Grogu into it, but I would imagine unless, we get the rumored Han Solo appearance or something else, which they might do, I don't know. I would think they would save that for the last episode. There's only 2 episodes of this show left.
So, I mean, because how many? There's 7?
There's 7. Tonight's 6.
Is tonight 6?
Yeah, there's only 2
my
more
God.
episodes.
Yeah, so you got to think that next episode has got to be the assembling of, you say, like the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Chris, let me ask you, do you think we're going to see Baby Yoda tonight? But let me add another question to that.
Mm-hmm.
If we do, and if your answer to that question is yes, then a second part to that, does that mean we're going to see another Luke cameo? Could we see a Skywalker tonight and stuff like this? I don't know. What are you expecting to see here?
Honestly, before Rob started talking, I was like, yes, we're going to see him. And then I was like, oh, do we put him in the penultimate episode? Or do we wait till that finale? That's an excellent, excellent point. In our last episode, though, our Mando episode, we did have Luke's body double as that other X-Wing fighter. So he's already been around set.
I forgot about that.
He's already hanging out. They might as well just put him in another episode, put his dots on his face, and let's do this.
Let me ask you guys this. There is that rumored Han Solo maybe being
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's the 2 of them?
Luke and Han?
What if it's Luke and Han, because they're in a position where it's 5 years after the fall of the Empire? Maybe Leia and Han already have young Ben Solo.
2 digitally de-aged characters standing beside each other, holding completely still as much as they can.
Yeah, who knows? If I was going to go big or go home, maybe our Mandalorian characters go, will you help us retake Mandalore?
Well, I'll tell you what, though, if you want to have a moment that could beat the pop of like Baby Yoda showing up tonight, having Luke and Han on screen together,
dude.
That would probably do it. That would create a moment,
especially if they have some part to play.
Yes.
In the retaking of Mandalore, that it becomes the New Republic, a sanctioned thing for the New Republic to help out doing.
Anyway, guys, the question is for you. What do you think we're going to get out of the Book of Boba Fett tonight? Are we going to see a lot more Mandalorian? Are we going to see more involvement of Boba Fett in his own show? Are we going to see Baby Yoda? If so, do you think we could see a Luke cameo? Whatever you guys are thinking and speculating, jump on down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts.